All right, we got some interesting news and things that was said today.
It looked like Caitlin Clark might have responded to Project B offer, allegedly.
Caitlin Clark just walked away from the WNBA, and she didn't go to Europe. She went somewhere way bigger. She's officially signed with Major League Baseball. Yes, you heard that right. MLB. The WNBA is hemorrhaging ratings. Sponsors are scrambling. And the worst part? Nobody saw it coming because they were too busy trying to control her. This is the story of how one player dismantled an entire billion-dollar industry in 18 months. And it started when the WNBA made one fatal mistake. When Caitlin Clark entered the WNBA in 2024, the league made a historic miscalculation. They had the biggest phenomenon in women's sports history, someone who literally tripled viewership numbers overnight. And they treated her like every other rookie. Minimum salary, standard contract, no special protections, no marketing budget, nothing. Think about that for a second. The NFL gave Tom Brady endorsement help and a primetime slot. The NBA made LeBron James into a global brand on day one with Nike deals and international marketing campaigns. The MLB had an entire strategy for international expansion. The WNBA, they put Caitlin Clark on a rookie contract and expected her to be grateful. But here's where it gets absolutely spicy. When the controversies started, the hard fouls nobody called, the narrative drama with Angel Reese, the toxic discourse on social media, the league didn't protect their franchise player. Instead, they monetized it. They let the conflict simmer. They downplayed the physical play. They watched her get targeted night after night and basically shrugged. And when Stephanie White, the Fever coach, tried to defend Clark publicly, saying she hates the narrative surrounding her star player, the WNBA responded with silence, corporate silence, the kind that screams, "We're letting this burn for engagement," because angry discourse drives clicks. The WNBA chose short-term profits over long-term protection, and Caitlin Clark remembered that. She watched them sacrifice her mental health for engagement metrics. She saw them prioritize the drama over defending her character, and she realized something critical. They don't actually want me to succeed. They want it to be controversy. That's when everything changed. Then came the injury. Just a few games. Nothing catastrophic. A minor setback that any athlete recovers from. And the league's national TV viewership allegedly dropped between 40% to 55%. Let that sink in for a second. One player out for a handful of games, and half the entire new audience. The WNBA cultivated just vanished, gone. Didn't come back for weeks. Some didn't come back at all. That's not a player. That's not even a franchise player. That's the entire economic engine of a league's growth, sitting out on the sideline collecting ice packs. Clark's management team realized something. At that exact moment, we don't need them anymore. They need us desperately. Because here's the brutal truth nobody wants to say out loud. The WNBA's ratings explosion wasn't because the league got better. It wasn't because of management genius or strategic marketing, or finally having the right TV deal. It was one person, one 23-year-old Iowa girl in a Fever jersey. And suddenly mothers, teenagers, international audiences, global sponsors, all of them tuned in. The WNBA didn't build Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark built the WNBA. She created an entirely new market. She brought in demographics that had never watched women's basketball. She single-handedly proved that women's sports could compete with men's sports for ratings and revenue. And she figured that out while injured on a couch, watching the league scramble without her. The financial model started getting wrong. What's one player worth when she represents 50% of your viewership? What's her actual market value when removing her from the equation? Cuts your audience in half. The answer was staggering. Billions. Literally billions of dollars in long-term value, all tied to one athlete.